30,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wild card game.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On first down, it's Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun is Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run on first down. Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Tannehill's kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 27, Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He finds some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Incomplete. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number 1 guy on their number 1 guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Titans, nothing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead, and they're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
3rd down.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Tannehill going to keep it. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. They got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. That'll be caught. Brown, touchdown Tennessee. A.J. Brown, 41 yards. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tannehill on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he stopped immediately there. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the Titans' 37-yard line.
Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. To Jones. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Down here's Snow. Well, this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Steelers 17. Titans 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 31 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
First down, Steelers.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 3 yards out. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
For the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Titans 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 38, Titans 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Derrick Henry. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Again, it's Henry. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. Now it's Tannehill. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Ridiculous. Take him out. You better than this.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Let's go. What are you getting paid for? Come on, guys, you're embarrassing us.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.